What is going on, everybody? We are live at the Cleveland Guardians and New York Yankees. The Guardians look to get a sweep today, while the I don't have my hat. I'll be right back, everybody. I'll wait. I'll wait until people come into the chat. But I don't got my Guardians hat. I forget that. But so for the Yankees, it'll be Rice at first, Judge in right, Bellinger in center, Goldschmidt at DH, Chisholm at second, Volpe at short, Wells at catcher, Dominguez in left, and Cabrera at third. So you got for the New York Yankees lineup. For the Guardians, it'll be Kwan in left, Martinez in center, Well in right, Will Wilson, major league debut at third, Rocchio at short, Arias at second, Santana at first, and Hedges doing the catching. So that's what we got. Maybe it's good luck if I don't wear my hat. I don't know. We'll see. If it gets bad, I'll get my hat. But yeah. So Luis Ortiz pitching for the Yankees. It'll be Carlos Rodon. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. It'll be a 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Outside, gonna have more command issues, I assume. What's going on, Jacob? Jacob, you're probably gonna be the only person that's because it seems like everyone's busy. Go guard, yes, sir. Cavs play tonight. Here's the pitch to Ben Rice. It's a swing and a foul, 2-1. What's going on, Eric? You're at the game. Nice. What's going on, Karam? You are Jacob? Nice. I have his name. It'll be a 2-1. Pitches for a ball. And it's 3-1. Hedgie. What's going on, Harry? Appreciate you joining. I mean, these umpires have been terrible this series. Every single one. I know, Jacob. Here's the pitch to Rice. Fouled back, 3-2. Yeah, Jacob, we got some people. Here's the pitch. Foul ball again. Count stays full. It'll be a payoff again to Ben Rice, who's turned into a really good hitter in the major. Here's the pitch. And it's way outside. Walks him because of terrible umpiring. The Guardians just can't get out of their way when it comes to starting pitcher walks. It's so bad. They're in the bottom percentile in the majors. And now here's Judge. Like, the Guardians just walk so many hitters with their starters. I don't know what it is. So many. Here's the pitch to Aaron Judge. Ripped into center. It's off the wall. And it's going to be RBI triple. So, yeah. Yeah, this looks like an ass kicking today. We got the first two. Rodon versus Ortiz was always going to be kind of unfair. So. Yeah, Ortiz just not having it today. Oh, well. I mean, the starting pitching is a major concern. I don't care what people say. It's still a major concern. Ortiz had a couple really good starts against a couple bad offenses, but the good offenses, someone's about to get thrown out in the Guardians. Yeah. Upstairs 2-0. Wow. Yeah. I know Ortiz had a couple good starts against two of the worst offenses in the league, but the good offenses he's faced this year, he's been terrible against all of them. I'm not really sure what to say about Luis Ortiz. If Lively and Allen keep pitching well and Bybee and Williams bounce back, which I think they will, you're going to have a conversation of maybe who's going to be that number 5 guy. Is it going to be Ortiz? Is it going to be like a Parker Messick or somebody? So it's 2-1 to Cody Bellinger. I don't see it with Ortiz, unfortunately, right now. I could be bought back in, but man, I mean, he has struggled mightily against good offenses. And the only 2 good starts he had were against the Pirates and the Wolves. Those are 2 of the worst 3 offenses in the league. Are we serious? Yeah, he got a hit. He's gotten a hit in 6 straight at-bats, Karam. I am ready, Jacob. I just don't get it, man. Aaron Judge is going to have – I can't wait until – Karam, 15 years from now, Aaron Judge will be exposed for steroids. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it. Hardcore steroids. 15 years. Here's the pitch to Bellinger. Appreciate it, Karam. It's a swing and a miss, 2-2. So it'll be a 2-2 to Bellinger. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball foul. Stays 2-2. Down low, 3-2. Here's the pitch. It's another foul ball. Count stays full. Here's the 3-2. And he walked him. He might not get out of the first, guys. Might be seeing a lot of Joey Gonzalez and Jacob Junis today. Here comes Paul Goldschmidt to the plate. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt. It's a foul ball, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Goldschmidt. Here's the 0-1 to Paul Goldschmidt. That pitch is outside, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Pickoff attempt. My friend, oh, wow. Swing and a miss, 1-2. You want Jackson Dart? I don't know, man. I don't know how he would fit in a pro offense. Because he didn't really play in a pro style offense in college at all. So I'm a bit worried there, but here's the 2-2 to Goldschmidt. Outside or 1-2. Outside 2-2. Yeah, Harry. Outside counts full 3-2. I would love that. Travis Hunter's the best player in the draft. Here's the pitch. It's a fly ball. Martinez drops the ball. Yikes. So runners on first and second and third, nobody out, 2-0. Martinez drops the ball in center. That's tough. It was a tough play that should have been made. He's not even going to make it through the first inning. Yeah, Martinez has to make that play. It's unacceptable. Got to make that play. Have to make that play. So Jazz Chisholm coming up for the Yankees. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Jazz. Swing and a foul, 0-2. So it'll be an 0-2 from Luis Ortiz to Jazz Chisholm. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging. That'll be the first out of the inning as Chisholm strikes out. What's going on, Coleman McKinney? Appreciate you joining. Utah State. Here's the pitch to Volpe. Foul ball, 0-1. So it'll be an 0-1 to Volpe. Down low, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a good breaking ball, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging on a changeup. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Volpe is retired. Coming up to the plate will be Austin Wells. Outside 1-0. Ready for the general Chicago and Berry. Let's go, Daniel Berry. Yes. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Wells. Hit that like button if you guys have not. Would appreciate it very much. Helps us in the algorithm. Or the UPS trying my new computer. Let's go. New computer woman. It'll be a 1-2 to Austin Wells. Here's the pitch. Upstairs 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging on a breaking ball. How about Luis Ortiz getting out of that and only giving up 2 runs? And I think strikes out the side. We'll head to the bottom of the first as the Guardians are only down 2. But it looked like it was going to be a big inning for the Yankees. Oh, no, Coleman, no computer. Dang. But I appreciate the 6 people watching. We are going to be headed to the bottom of the first. It'll be Juan Arias hitting second. The agenda will be pushed today, hopefully. And then Ramirez. So we're at 4 likes. Really appreciate that, everybody. Carlos Rodon will make the start today. Have him in fantasy, Coleman. See what he can do. I hope he gets shelled, but he probably won't. So here's Stephen Kwan coming up to the plate for the Guardians. Pitches in there for a strike with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Kwan. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Good pitch by Rodon, 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 from Rodon to Kwan. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a fly ball. Under it is Dominguez will make the play for the first out of the inning as Kwan is retired. Carlos Rodon has a 4.34 ERA, but I believe this is way better than that. Let's look. Because he's doing really good for me in fantasy. Here's Gabriel Arias at the plate. His FIP is actually 4.37, so maybe not. He's getting me a lot of fantasy points, though. Here's the pitch to Arias That's a fastball in there for a strike. Oh, it'll be an 0-1 from Carlos Rodon to Gabriel Arias. Going to need Arias to make some adjustments with his swing. They're starting to figure him out. And he fouls it back. 0-2. What's going on, Amir? Appreciate you joining the stream. How we doing? It'll be an 0-2 to Arias. Here's the pitch. That's going to be erupt into left field. That was crushed by Arias, and he'll have a stand-up double, one-out double. Agendas are being pushed with Gabriel Arias. Here's the pitch to Jose Ramirez. He's DHing. He doesn't usually hit his ball when he DHs for whatever reason. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball, 0-1. That would be awesome, Jacob. Arias with a pulled ball. That's what we like to see. Just bad location from Rodon. I don't know why. Feels like a lot of pitchers are making adjustments to Arias, but he didn't. Here's the pitch to and a timeout. How was that when he didn't have that walk-up? Yeah. The Cubbies are good, man. Here's the 0-1 to Ramirez. It's going to be a line drive base hit in the center field. Arias will. They got by Bellinger. Oh my gosh. Arias is going to score. Ramirez running. Ramirez is going to have a. Is that a triple? So Ramirez is going to have an RBI and he's going to get the third on the mishap by Bellinger. Oh my gosh. They were going to hold up Arias, but then Bellinger made a terrible mistake. It was going to be first and third with one down, but it was an error. I'm assuming that's going to be a single, RBI single, and a two-base error. Wow. Here's Carlos Santana. Pops it in the air. It's playable. Under it is Jazz. Ramirez will not tag. And that's probably going to be it for Carlos Santana. Will Wilson coming up, though. This will be interesting. The Guardians just have to move on from Carlos Santana. CJ Kayfus, he's hitting like 400. He's like a top 100 prospect. And he's hitting 400 in the minors right now. It's time to move on from Carlos Santana. Time to move on. Here's the pitch. Wilson swings and misses at a fastball, 0-1. Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, Santana needs to be done, man. That's why Cubs got rid of. Yeah, Beta. That pitch is outside, 1-1. But Carlos Santana, it's time, man. Time to pack it in. I predict by June, July, he'll be DFA'd or traded for like cash. That's going to be a line drive caught by Ben Rice. And the Guardians do get a run, though, as they do respond with a run, but we'll head to the top of the second as the Yankees lead 2-1. This could easily be a 4-5-0 ball game. It's only a one-run game, so from what could have happened, I'm pleasantly happy with what the result so far. Josh Naylor has a 955 OPS. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was high on Matt Shaw coming into the season, Coleman, but he got sent down. I had him winning NL Rookie of the Year. I don't know what happened. He just didn't hit. So appreciate the 5 likes. We were 5 away from our first goal of 10 likes. The Saints are exercising the fifth-year option on Chris Olave and declining the fifth-year option on Trevor Penning. Trevor Penning's a head case that's terrible, so not surprising. I wasn't overly high on Penning either. Those FCS offensive linemen almost never pan. But we're headed to the top of the second from commercial break. It'll be Jason Dominguez hitting. Upstairs 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Pittsburgh, yeah. So no RBI for Ramirez. Outside, 3-1. Dominguez looks at a strike, called a ball, ball 4. That's horrible. That was a strike, called a ball. Unreal. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? That pitch is in there for a strike to Oswaldo Cabrera, 0-1. Yeah, no stolen base. And he gets a stolen base because Luis Ortiz makes a horrible pitch. They had him left to rights and just spiked it in the dirt for whatever reason. Makes no fucking sense. Come on, Ortiz. Throw some fucking strikes. It's a pop up. Under it is Rocchio. He'll make the play for the first out of the inning. Big out. Coming up to the plate will be the leadoff hitter, Ben Rice. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul, 0-2. Here's the pitch. It's a base hit. Going to be a run because of horrendous defense by the defensive superstar, Carlos Santana. Get this motherfucker out of here. Holy shit. Now it's back to 3-1, 2-run game because Carlos Santana is fucking horse poop. Get this motherfucker off my team. I'm serious. Holy cow. He's so fucking bad. Wow, Coleman. Strike one to Judge. Guardians have to be done with Carlos Santana. He's fucking terrible. Like, honestly, get him the fuck out of here. He's fucking 40 years old. He sucks. Here's the pitch. It's another base hit. Thanks, Carlos Santana, you dickwad. Swing and a miss for Bellinger, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Bellinger. That is crushed. Deep center field. Martinez will make the play for the second out of the inning. And Ben Rice will tag. Ben Rice has become so fucking good, man. Gosh. Imagine we had a hitter like that at first. We did. Fucking traded him for back the Jets. Runners on first and third, 2 down. Coming up will be the cleanup hitter, Paul Goldschmidt. It'll be an 0-1 to Goldschmidt. Sorry for the rant. I'm just really ticked off that we traded Josh Naylor to get Carlos Santana when Josh Naylor is like 20,000 times the player he is, and we got nothing back for Naylor. It's a foul ball, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. It's a base hit. He mislocated it. 4-1. Hedges wanted it down. He mislocated it. Like usual. That's what Luis Ortiz does. So, just poor location. I mean, what are we doing? No, it was a terrible pitch, Rick. I mean, this is just... Inside 1-1. It'll be a 1-1 to Josh Chisholm. Here's the 1-1. Down 2-1. I guess I commit all season long. Timeout. Swing and a miss at a pitch not even close. 2-2. Down low, counts full. It's a ground ball foul. Here's the pitch. And a timeout. And a foul ball. Here's the pitch. The 3-2 to Jazz. It's not even close. Bases loaded, 2 down. Volpe coming up. Here's the 1-0 to Volpe. I know we did. I'm just pissed, though, because I want to win every game. Pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. Yeah, I mean, Luis Ortiz just can't locate, and Carlos Santana's terrible, so that doesn't help. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Holy cow, Anthony Volpe is fucking trash. No disrespect, Yankees, but holy cow, that guy sucks. I have him in Whispers League in fantasy, and I regret already picking him. Yeah, he is a cheat code. He'll get some points for like stolen bases here and there, but man. I'd rather have Bobby Bradley than Carlos Santana at this point. 2-0, yeah, he's just not hitting it well, man. Here's the pitch upstairs to Angel Martinez. Yeah, Jock Peterson has been terrible, man. He's become a meme. Like, it's crazy. I did not expect that. I wanted the Guardians to get him in the offseason badly. Here's the 1-0 to Martinez. Inside 2-0. Here's the pitch. In their first strike, 2-1. It'll be a 2-1. And it's going to be an infield single for Angel Martinez on a bunt. There we go. Runner on first, nobody out. Good play. Angel Martinez, watch and learn. Here's the pitch to Big Christmas. In their first strike, 0-1. Foul ball, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 to Noel. Outside 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing, strikes out. Probably time to move on from Jhonkensy Noel. I mean, you pretty much have him for power, and he has yet to hit a home run this year. Like, what are we doing? Like, there's guys down there that can come up here and contribute. Let's make a move, okay? Here's Austin Hedges at the plate. Here's the pitch. Upstairs 1-0. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Upstairs, 3-1. And he fouls it off, 3-2. It'll be a payoff to Austin Hedges. So it'll be a payoff to Hedges. And he walked him. Good take by Hedgie. Runners on first and second, 1 down. Coming will be Brian Rochio. I'm kidding. Brian Rocchio coming up to the plate with Roke, as they call them, Roke. Here's the pitch to Rocchio. Inside 1-0. I have no idea, Jacob. Juan Grand Slam? That'd be something. Rocchio needs a walk, though. It'll be a 1-0 to Rocchio. Here's the pitch. Did he go? He went. Not even close. Get this. There's 2 mother efforts that need to be off my team right now. Carlos Santana and Brian Rocchio. See you later. See you later. We're done. Here's the 1-1 to Rocchio. Outside 2-1. So it'll be a 2-1 to Brian Rocchio from Carlos Rodon. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. It'll be a 2-2 to Rocchio. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out. That'll be the second out of the inning and probably close to an optioning for Rocchio, as I don't think they're going to be keeping him up anytime soon this time. So. Here comes Quan to the plate. Pitches in there for a strike, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Quan. It's a fly ball, and Dominguez is right under it. Top third. Seems like Quan doesn't have it today either. So that's fantastic. I don't blame you, typical gamer. I might stop streaming the games. I think I'm bad luck. Like, I'm dead ass too. Like, on a 5-game winning streak, when I don't stream any of those games, when I go back, we suck. I might take a break. You know what? No, I'm not streaming Friday. Well, I'm not gonna be anyway because of the draft. But if they win that game, I'm done. I'm taking a break. Taking a break from streaming until they lose. That's just how it's going to be. I'm not streaming my team because I'm bad luck. So, but I don't blame you, dude. Brian Rocchio and Carlos Santana are fucking terrible. So, yeah. That pitch is fouled off by Wells, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-1. Upstairs, 2-1. Nice command. The grounder. Arias to first. That'll be the first out of the inning. Still came in even after winning the first 2 games of the series. The Yankees lead the league in runs scored. Right? And again, slugging for homers, extra base hits. But it's all about his command today. He hasn't been able to throw strikes, and he got dropped early. Fourth pitch of the game. It looked like it might upset him a little bit. And he's been pitched from the stretch all game long. He just hasn't been sharp. There haven't been a head-end hitters. The changeup he got, 3 straight strikeouts back in the first inning was remarkable. It'll be an 0-1 to Dominguez. Here's the pitch. It's a fly ball. Quan under it. Ball's kind of carrying today, and he makes the play. It would be nice if we get a fly ball, but no. Trash, especially Rocchio. So coming up to the plate will be Ben Rice. Or not Ben Rice, the 9-hitter. Wait, no. He was the 9-hitter, Oswaldo Cabrera. Here's the pitch. In their first strike, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Oswaldo Cabrera. My terrorist list. Here's the bitch. Fouled back 1-2. So it'll be a one choice. Yeah. Here's the pitch. The problem, typical gamer, Ortiz was literally only good against the Royals and the Pirates. He got shelled by anybody if he faces a competent offense, he gets shelled. Like, yeah. Like, what are we doing here? At least Cavs matter more anyway. Yeah. Yeah, Ortiz won't be in the rotate. He'll be a reliever, I think. Outside 2-2. When we got Ortiz, I thought we were going to make him a lockdown reliever. I actually didn't expect him to start. But then a couple days later, it was like they're expecting him to start because Dolans are cheap. They don't want to go after a starter and free agency or whatnot. So there you have it. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer. Santana makes the play for the third out of the inning. We could have signed Andrew Heaney for like $4 million, and that would have been better. Like, it's just bad. Like, I'm not saying getting Ortiz is bad, but making him a starter when he's has the chance to be a lockdown reliever with this stuff, I mean, he's better for 1 inning than like 6 innings. So, you know. I don't know. Twinova. I don't know which you don't. I have him winning the World Series, Karam. So kiss my grades. I'm just kidding. So Amines and Bieber come back and move. Yeah, I agree. Typical gamer, 100%. That the sun is shining in Ken, Ohio, as we watch the game. Bruh. These motherfuckers out here. Gosh. Sunshine, blue skies overhead. Cavaliers have a playoff game later tonight. Hot action in downtown this day. Probably our biggest crowd of the series. It's all said and done. They love midweek mid games. Here's the pitch to Arias. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Yeah. Karam Lindor. I have him in fantasy. He's too good. No. It'll be an 0-1 to Arias. It's a grounder. It's a topper. Cabrera. Nice play by Ben Rice at first. Ben Rice is fucking good, man. Yankees got a gem with him. That'll be the first out of the inning. It'll be Jose Ramirez at the plate. Here's the pitch. Inside. Outside 2-0. Outside 3-0. That's not even close. In there for a strike, 3-1 to Ramirez. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So runner on first, one down. Santana with another pop-up. You have got to be shitting me right now. That'll be the second out of the inning. Struggling. He's playing himself into a DFA. So 2 down with the runner on first. Coming up to the plate will be the number 5 hitter, Will Wilson. Down low to Wilson, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 to Will Wilson. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a foul, 1-2. So it'll be a 1-2 to Will Wilson, the rookie. Struck him out. That'll be the third out of the inning. Good job by Rodon. Getting me good fantasy points. We'll head to the top of the 4th as the Yankees lead 4-1. So we're just waiting. It'll be the top of the order for the Yankees when we get back. He's a baka. Baka. So far, Yankees lead 4-1. They scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second. It's ripped foul by Rice, 0-1. Down low, 1-1. So it'll be a 1-1. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 2-1. It's a foul ball, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging. That'll be the first out of the inning as Ben Rice is retired. Aaron Judge has 6 for 6 in his last 6 at-bats. We'll see what the Guardians do here with him. Here comes the Judge, as they say. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0. Mr. D. It'll be a 2-0 to Judge. In their first strike, 2-1. Inside, 3-1. Down low, ball 4. They just can't retire him at all.
Some 4 pitches, just put him on. Yeah, right.
But it's pretty clear they didn't want to deal with him there. Coming up to the plate will be Cody Bellinger. Yeah, Bryce Elder sucks, Garab. That's right. So that pitch is in their first strike to Bellinger, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Ortiz to Bellinger. Here's the pitch.
You might be right. That's what he might be trying to do to get a knock and get himself rolling.
A timeout again.
So he goes, I just haven't played here. This outfield plays different than any other one I've been in. He said that first time.
Down for a ball, 1-1.
Welcome to the Midwest. And let Gary.
Foul ball, 1-2.
Sent out a couple of birthday wishes today. Maggie Anderson of Astabula turning 93, and so Jacob Tristan of General turning 94. Happy birthday to you both. Two pitch. Broke his bat. It might be 2. Oh, nobody's there.
And he's safe. So runners on first and second, 1 down. Rocchio with another mishap on defense.
Tried to take it himself and Judge to second base. Let's see let's take a look. See, he's got to go a little bit to his right, and he's got to realize that his was way over the other way. He wasn't going to get there. So then, if that was the case,
So runners on first and second, one down.
because his judge went into the slide, his foot was in the air. This judge might jump the mountain too after he hits the base.
Have the Guardians challenged all year? That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Paul Goldschmidt. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Goldschmidt, who's 2 for 2. RBI double in the first and RBI single in the second.
That pitch is just a bit outside, 1-2.
Frustrated Luis Ortiz, hand on hip, staring in at Mark Ripperger, who just went into the right as if to say it was outside.
Here's the pitch.
Swing.
Got him swinging. That'll be the second out of the inning as Goldschmidt is retired.
2 down here in the fourth. You're going to see a slider, but a slider that doesn't really slide. It just stayed right there. It had spin to it, but it didn't look like it.
Terroristness.
2 down. Chaz Chisholm to the plate.
Down low, 1-0 to Chisholm. Outside 2-0.
This fourth inning. Right there near the end of the line as the Guardians get a little bit busy. Joey Cantillo begins to get loose. And the 2-0. Turn and throw to second.
And a timeout. Down low, 3-0.
If you're Luis Ortiz, it says 97 pitches, but it feels like you throw 197 pitches. Well, it certainly does seem like that because he's had base runs all day long, except the third inning. He had a 1-2-3 inning.
That pitch is in there for a strike, 3-1.
Three-one pitch.
Swing and a miss. Count is full.
As monumental of a struggle as it has been for Ortiz, if he can manage to retire Chisholm, at least he's kept his team in the game. He's kept the Yankees from blowing this thing open. As we said, they had second and third, nobody out in the first, and he struck out 3 in a row to limit the damage to 2 runs. Bases loaded with 2 outs in the second inning, and he got Murphy to end that inning and only gave up the 2 runs. Now the 3-2 pitch.
Swing and a miss. Got him swinging. That'll be the third out of the inning as Ortiz gets out of it. Ortiz struck out 7, but not the greatest performance from him today with his command. Chisholm's There's a horse. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth.
It's TV presented by Progressive. Bottom of the fourth inning. Audience down 3. Martinez.
Here's the pitch to Angel Martinez. In their first strike, 0-1. Nice, Coleman. It's a foul ball, 0-2.
That Monseco Martinez has collected a hit 4 straight games, 8 of the 11 games in the start.
Here's the pitch. Got him swinging. Good pitch. Rodon's been excellent. He's been excellent all season. That'll be the first out of the inning. My bad.
See your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. Own the best-selling trucks for 48 years straight.
Here's Big Christmas. Down low, 1-0. It's a foul ball, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Here's the 1-1 in Noel. In their first strike, 1-2. Good location.
It's like the spot where Noel starts his hands right through your shoulder, and then when he gets ready to pitch, right before he drops him down, I'm seeing try and keep him right there. Down. They go down.
Here's the pitch to Junkenzie Noel. Did he go? He did. That'll be the second out of the inning. Rodon just absolutely carving the Guardians lineup right now.
See, right there, you got to get it back, but you can't hold up that second.
What's the thinking? What's
Well, for me, when they're down here, it's almost like he's got to.
Here's Austin Hedges at the plate.
And then you get up there.
Swinging a foul, 0-1.
Then they go down, and then they come back up
They
again.
got to come back up. So why don't you just keep them up one time and keep them there and try and stay on top of the baseball?
Grounder foul, 0-2.
Down, up, and come back. It seems like he's coming up on everything.
We know this. When he impacts the baseball, there aren't many guys that make that sound when he squares one out.
Oh, and as big and strong as he is. No, I'm not a hitting coach. I just like to see him try something else. And when you don't play,
Here's the pitch.
you don't get an opportunity to do that.
Struck him out.
It's so hard
Was that an immaculate inning?
to try and hit.
Strikes out the side.
That was pathetic. We'll head to the top of the fifth. Like I said, I'm not streaming games until they lose. If they win on Friday, not until they lose. Won't be streaming. Sorry, guys. I know content's cool, but I want my team to win games, and it just isn't happening doing this. He missed an immaculate inning by 1 pitch. And he's got me like fucking 35. That's all.
Go to the fifth inning. Bit of a surprise that Luis Ortiz still out there. This is
Here's the pitch from Ortiz to
Like we said, you don't want to blow out that bullpen.
swing and a miss. Here's the 0-1 to Volpe. Here's the pitch.
He's had success against them.
Outside 1-1.
He's had 3 strikeouts. Only struck out twice. Wells once. Probably had this little walk to the making, so maybe he's just trying to get 1 more inning.
Grounder foul 1-2.
Part of the season. Sometimes you got to push those starts. It just started to go back.
Swing and a miss. That'll be the first out of the inning. Another strikeout for Luis Ortiz.
the lefty Wells and the switch hitter Dominguez, whose numbers are drastically different against lefties. He's going to make the move now.
So Luis Ortiz is done, but good job to get Volpe.
Ortiz finishes with 8 strikeouts on the afternoon. But he's touched for 4 runs on 5 hits while walking 5 batters. Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen, made for the lefty, Joey Cantillo.
Joey Cantillo coming in to pitch for the Guardians. He'll probably go a couple innings. The sports expert is hungry. You know who's not hungry? The Guardians. Because they stink. I'm just kidding. But today has not been great so far. Hopefully it gets better.
So head to the ballpark on Monday for a 4-game series. And you'll be able to get your tickets at cleguardians.com.
We're back from commercial break.
Right now, Joey Cantillo enters the ball game. Cantillo against the bottom part of the lineup. making his 10th appearance of the year. 15 strikeouts in his 11 2/3 innings of work.
Pitches in there for a strike to Wells, 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Pitches inside, 2-1. Get this thing up now, something. Wow, Coleman McKenney, not good in jambles from what I'm hearing for source. Here's the 2-1 to Wells. In their first strike, 2-2.
2-2.
In their first strike, got him looking. That'll be the second out of the inning. Good pitch by Quintilla. The Quintillo agenda is thriving. Coming up to the plate will be Oswaldo Cabrera, Miggy's brother. I'm just kidding. That pitch is inside. It'll be a 1-0 to Jason Dominguez, not Oswaldo Cabrera. My bad. I always get it mixed up, bro. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup, 1-1.
Jason Dominguez walked and scored in the second. Mike left in the third.
In there for a strike, 1-1.
Dominguez is just 2-28 against left-handed pitching.
It's a fair ball. Good piece of hitting by Jason Dominguez. So runner on second, 2 down.
Just his third hit, batting right-handed.
That had to hit Chalk because it looked awfully close. He gets out of the way. Ump's right there. It almost hit him if he stayed very there. It hit the line. Sure did. I mean, it had a little left side of the line, but it was a fair ball. But that thing was smoked.
2 up base.
Here's the pitch. Inside. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Down low, 2-1.
Yankees spent the whole offseason trying to figure out third base.
Yeah, what they're talking.
Calf strain, seems like injuries.
Were they going after Arenado too? And, at least rumors. Yeah.
Here's the pitch. 2-1. Swing and a miss at a changeup, 2-2.
Chicago up with the Cubs.
Well, but as long as it is, you get opportunities like that.
They want to go to Boston. Because of injuries, LeMahieu has been not as reliable, and so Cabrera's ended up playing more than 100 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Swing and a miss at another changeup. That'll be the third out of the inning as Cabrera's retired. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Guardians doing well to hold the fort with their pitching, but the offense has not been able to get anything going due to the success. Carlos Rodon. Coming up will be Ryan Rokia. What's going on, Daniel? How's it going? Appreciate you joining. Let's go. Yeah, hopefully we get a comeback here. Headed to the top of the fifth.
City Connect gear. That includes jersey, caps, hoodies, and jackets.
Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball for Rocchio, 0-1.
Leading off, Brian Rocchio here in the bottom of the fifth inning. He struck out his only time up. Carlos Rodon. Fury settling into a rhythm now. Struck out 4 in a row.
It's a ground ball foul. So it'll be 1-2.
Scored a run on the first. They had a chance for a second. They had 2 on, 1 out in the second inning. Not cash in since then. Starting to settle in. 58 pitches, 41 strikes.
Upstairs. 1-2. Struck him out. That'll be the first out of the inning. Coming up to the plate will be Stephen Kwan. I think this will be Rocchio's last game before he gets sent down. That's my prediction. So.
Yeah, 5 straight 0-2, 1-2 counts for Rodon. Instead of falling behind, he's getting ahead.
Kwan, that's going to be a line drive base hit. Runner on first, 1 down.
Yeah, that's straight continues. He's hitting 7 straight now, and that was up in the end. And that's a tough pitch to get to. That's called hands. Beautiful hands. They got on top of that high fastball. He just got one.
Here's Arias at the plate. Upstairs, 1-0.
Yeah. 23rd. Yes, that's 7 is the longest, and he's at a 2 or 4. 5.
Did he go? He did. 1-1.
He doubled and scored in the first. It's only run so far.
Did he go? No, 2-1. So it'll be a 2-1 to Arias. In there for a strike, 2-2.
You feel like you're out of this game by more than 3 runs, but you're not. One swing could bring you right back. No.
He did not go 3-2.
Let's talk about momentum in baseball. You're exactly right. Because of how this game is gone, and how the at-bats the Yankees have had, feels like it's 10-1. They need a little life in that dugout. That's what they need. They need a jolt. Jolt of electricity.
Foul ball. Judge makes an unbelievable play to get there. Oh my God. 2 down. We don't score. I'm done, bro. We're not going to score in this inning. What do you do with that guy? Like, what do you do? Like, he's unbelievable. Judge. Here's the pitch to Ramirez. Wow. How about that? Former Ranger. Foul ball, 0-1.
Tell you, he was certainly trying to hit one out.
That's where you just shake your head like, I was right on it. Yeah.
It's all right. Don't do that.
Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-1.
StatCast 3D will now run exclusively on Saturday. You have to bring your own cereal.
Here's the pitch.
1-1.
It's a big chopper. Ramirez will not beat it out. Top 6. Another garbage effort offensively from the Guardians. I mean, this is just getting ridiculous. Like, what are you doing? Hit the fucking baseball. Fucking major leaguers, dude. Not like this guy has fucking A+ stuff. You know what I mean? Just waiting for the top of the 60. Hit the like button if you guys have not. Would appreciate it very much.
Game live or on demand with MLB TV Plus. Stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB TV for the details.
So it'll be coming up. Will be Ben Rice with Joey Cantillo pitching. I'm assuming.
Top of the order for New York, Ben Rice. Played for the 4th time here this afternoon.
Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0 from Cantillo.
Excited about this guy. And, you know, he's got versatility too, right?
Down low, 2-0.
Plays first base. As you said a million times, you can swing the bat. They'll find a place.
Yes, they will.
It'll be a 2-0 to Rice. Here's the pitch. Nice connection went out on my streaming website. 3-0.
He's a full hitter or anything. He's a good hitter.
3-0. Never mind, we're fine. But oops.
No, it does not.
3-1. It'll be a 3-1 to Ben Rice.
How about that?
Good.
Well, yeah. You're in high school.
Exactly.
It's a foul ball. Count is full. It'll be a payoff to Rice.
Yeah, right. So he does everything really, really well. And yeah, it's almost because he can change the game. Without it, fall out of the ballpark.
Well,
Walked him. Runner on first, nobody out. Coming up is Aaron Judge. Yikes.
He started out the year, but now it hasn't been home runs. It's just been 2 or 3 hits every game. He walked Ben Rice. And now here's Aaron Judge. 2 hits already today.
In their first strike, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Judge.
Season with the Yankees.
Here's the pitch. In their first strike, 0-2. Good pitch.
Season began about Rafael Devers, third base, Boston. Right. What was going on there?
You going to Kent State?
Judge came into Kansas up with,
Down low, 1-2.
last year we talked about
Here comes the Judge. Here's the 1-2 to Judge. Here's the pitch.
Judge hits it hard to short.
Rocchio, the first double play. So it's a double play for Judge, and that'll be 2 down. There we go. Aaron Judge mid. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
6 consecutive singles to play the game. Brought to you by Progressive. There it is. They finally got him out. Not for 1, but 2.
Here's Bellinger in there for a strike, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Good breaking ball in there for a strike. Cantillo's some pretty good stuff. I can't lie. It was watching. You know what I said. Zeke, but Chalk might be cooked. They both stink right now. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball, 1-2. Tyler Buckner. It's a line drive base hit. Good piece of hitting there by Belly. So runner on first, 2 down. Just a long. Here's Goldschmidt at the plate. Here's the pitch. The foul ball, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Goldschmidt. Had a stretch like David Murphy. Yeah, he played for Cleveland towards the end of his career. It'll be an 0-1 to Goldschmidt. Here's the pitch. To Gapper. Oh, man. Throw to the plate is in time. Bellinger's thrown out. What a relay from Quan and Rocchio. That'll do her. Wow. For the Rangers now. Oh, there we go. How about that? What a play from Rocchio State. We're going to Rocchio State for college. I picked a Walker. I made you love him, my bad. No way, he sucks, Rogio. But he made a good play there, Karam. I gotta give credit when it's due. You know, I gotta give credit where it's due for Brian Rocchio. So, yeah. Can't really want to learn.
Back here, still like 4-1 game. Steven Guam with his fourth assist season.
That pitch is down low, 1-0. Here's the pitch to Carlos Santana, the auto out. Outside 2-0. Here's the pitch. And that's the first out of the inning. I can't wait until they DFA this motherfucker. I cannot fucking wait. That's going to be a fucking victory lap. Oh, fucking shit. Yes. Get him out of here. I'm a hater, so I'm going to just leave it at that. Here's the pitch to Will Wilson. Outside 1-0.
That's the second time this year. Think about Austin Hedges. That's a great throw by Rocchio, but he still had to go to the first base side, catch it, sort of backhand style, then come all the way back across the plate to apply the tag. Remember the play earlier this year?
Upstairs 2-0. I'm a hater, so I'm going to just leave it at that. Here's the 2-0 to Will Wilson. Pitch. It's a line drive. Caught by Bellinger. That'll be the second out of the inning as Wilson is retired. Angel Martinez coming up to the plate. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Martinez. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball. Nice play by Cabrera. He's had an excellent series at times defensively. Rodon has been terrific. The Guardians aren't ever patient at the plate, though. That's why it isn't quick. So, never are, never will be. So.
I'm a hater, man. I don't think you want to ask me. I am a hater, so I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Middleton County University. That's what he's going to be talking about. Yes, I really don't care, bro. We're back from commercial break.
John making it a great defensive plays here. It was a big play in the sixth to keep it.
New reliever coming in for the Guardians.
Now it's the major league debut of Zach Kent.
Major league debut of Zach Kent. That pitch is inside ball 1-1-0. It'll be a 1-0 from Kent to Chisholm.
To the Guardians in exchange
Here's the pitch.
international bonus pool money in March of
In there for a strike 1-1.
family attendance.
Here's the pitch. Down low 2-1.
You don't see guys go over the head very often.
Not too much anymore, do you?
Arch told me the curveball's become his favorite pitch that he's learned to use it to spin it better now.
Here's the pitch.
So keep an eye on that.
Good pitch in there for a strike 2-2.
And you're right, see the lineup is almost it's like that cartoon we saw.
See, looks like you're watching old footage.
See, it's a pop out. Get over here. It's not get over here. For you, it is.
Good pitch, but outside 3-2.
Missed outside. It's 3-2.
Here's the payoff to Jazz.
Here's the payoff pitch.
It's inside ball 4. Another shit-ass reliever we called up. That sucks. Good to hear. Good to see. So runner on first, nobody out.
Chisholm getting a ball in play today. 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. Anthony Volpe has
Here's Anthony Volpe at the plate.
It's against the starter Luis Ortiz. Ortiz definitely had his.
Here's the pitch.
Oh, Chisholm got a walking lead and just took off. Throw goes into center field, but they'll hold over.
So Chisholm steals second.
6th steal of the year.
Now didn't waste any time, did he?
Zach Kent. He came in from AAA, Jacob.
See that ball get into center field until it was too late. It didn't look like he was going to be able to do anything because Martinez was right there.
Here's the 0-1 to Volpe. It's a grounder foul 0-2. Outside 1-2.
That kid grew up in Virginia. Virginia Military Institute, VMI.
Got him looking. Wow, that was not even close. What is that call? So first out of the inning. Anthony Volpe is absolute horse manure. Austin Wells hitting.
Austin Wells has struck out twice today. You know, the Yankees have struck out more than any team in the American League, and probably going to be right up there, maybe leading major strikeouts after today. They've made 11 times today. They came in averaging 9.5 strikeouts.
It's a grounder foul.
Struck out a walk. Yeah, today won't be struck out. There are 3 true outfield teams in bingo. Home runs, strikeouts, walks. And is that surprising to you guys? I guess it's nothing new for New York, right? Yes, right. That field back goes Kwon racing.
It's a line drive. Quan can't make the play. Nice job, Stephen Kwan. That'll do it for me, guys. There's just nobody watching. I'm just not interested in. You know what? I'll stay for the 7th. I'll stay for the 7th. But if it's worse or not better, I'm done. I'm not straightening the last couple innings. I really don't care. Maybe we'll have a spark in the 8th and 9th if I go out. But this guy fucking sucks. Yeah. I think that I'm not really sure why we didn't call up Andrew Walters. I don't care if he's on the injured list. Like him injured is probably better than this motherfucking garbage ass. Sorry, Zach Kent, you suck. That pitch is in there for a strikeout, win 1. So runner on second, 1 down. Yankees are up 5-1. Hilarious shit, not gonna lie. And that's a base hit. Runners on first and third, 1 down. Coming up will be Oswaldo Cabrera.
There's that curveball, but it's upstairs. He didn't hit it all that hard, but it finds some great grass, and he's only going to go up 1 base.
Now Oswaldo Cabrera.
Here's the pitch. Foul ball, 0-1. Inside 1-1.
Ball 1 strike. So many
Inside 2-1.
now have academies in Latin America. Guardians have a fantastic facility. Dominican Republic has been there to visit. Oswaldo Cabrera is a product of the Venezuelan baseball school run by former Tiger Carlos Guillen. Yeah, it's a good fire. It is that. And I think that's talking about giving back to one's community. What better way than to open up your own sort of academy for young kids to learn and develop and be taught by a guy who's been there and done it.
Yeah, think about what it means to them. All the kids down there in Venezuela.
And he walked them. Bases loaded, 1 down.
Here comes Carl Willis. The bases are loaded after the walk to Cabrera. Get a word from Echo. It's time to go young. Echo. So the bases are loaded with 1 out and Ben Rice is coming to the plate. And Kid throw 20 pitches, 10 balls, 10 strikes. It's funny, I'm watching Austin Wells right now, 3rd base. He is going to the game. He's going to Ben Rice there. Judge trying to tell him what the curveball looks like.
Yeah, I see it. He looks like a traffic cop. I was watching him over there. He looked like Murph telling you a story.
Exactly. Is that the third base coach giving us signs or is it going on?
Here's the pitch. Outside 1-0. In their first strike, 1-1.
Suburbs of Boston. It was not a Red Sox fan. Ooh. It's possible. Rooting for the Yankees.
In their first strike, 1-2.
Kids from Boston area.
Yeah, Karam. You know it. Here's the 1-2 to Ben Rice.
I bet he's not like back in Boston.
Rip foul. 1-2 still.
It's good, but he may have to get it down a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. The key is, get to 2 strikes and see if they chase it. It has been upstairs.
Surrounder.
Stays fair. In time.
And they get the out at home, so 2 down. Coming up with bases loaded will be Here Comes the Judge.
Throw him out of the tent, go kind of in front of Santana.
So
Santana was going back. They both were going there. I think
we'll see what he can do. Hopefully a strikeout. But
gives you a second look. There were a lot of moving pieces. It helps you to try to figure out who am I throwing to here.
Well, he wasn't going to throw. That's why he faked it. To just give me the 1 out at home plate.
Now you've got Aaron Judge with the bases loaded. How's this for your major league debut?
swing and a miss, 0-1. So it'll be an 0-1 from Kent the Judge. Here comes it. Yeah. Girl. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Look for that breaking ball, but he's down 0-2. That's right. He knows how he feels.
Here's the pitch.
No balls and 2 strikes with the bases loaded. And 2 down.
One and two.
Swing at the first 2. And normally you get to the big league level. After they see it once or twice, they may not swing at it again when they get to 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. He struck out Judge in his MLB debut. What's at the bottom of the 7th? That's all right, Karam. Steven GX Kwan. You saw it? Yeah, I know. I do have some sources. We're waiting for the bottom of the seventh. We're back from commercial break.
Last hitter he faces is Aaron Judge.
He stayed a steady diet of a curveball. And got it. And that last one was a good pitch. That was down at the knees.
Family here to see it, so at least they ended on a positive note for Zach. Guardians down 4, bottom of the 7th. Ramos Rodon still out there.
That pitch is outside to Noel, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 to John Kenzie Noel. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Little Christmas.
Well, I told you this is the 20th start.
Little Christmas.
Has allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 14 of those starts. So, I mean, he's been tough on the Indians Guardians his whole career.
That pitch is outside 2-1. It'll be a 2-1 to Noel.
Still only given up 4 hits in this ball game.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's a fly ball. It's going to be the first out of the inning. Coming up is Austin Hedges, the catcher.
He's very efficient. His 21 pitch second inning, where he had a walk. He did have a couple of strikeouts in it.
Here comes the judge.
Very good. Overall, coming into this ball game, they were hitting just 163 against them. And righties came in with a 139 average. Lefties had a better chance of hitting them than righties. 3 righties got hits today, and Juan got hits.
Down low, 1-1.
It's been a long day today for the defenders out there having to play behind. Pitched a lot of pitches today.
Hedges pops it up. That'll be the second out of the inning. Cabrera makes the play. Well, this is a stinker. For the Cleveland Indians offensively.
Brian Rocchio 0 for 2 and struck out twice.
In their first strike, 0-1. Swinging a foul, 0-2.
Rocchio does look a little bit like Ringo Starr. Last year.
I'll be right back, everybody. It'll be an 0-2 to Rocchio. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Oh, never mind, guys. And Rocchio strikes out. That'll be the third out of the inning. It'll hit the top of the eighth. Oh my gosh. This guy sucks. Brother, this guy stinks. That is Brian Rocchio, bro. He's trash. He is Trash. Trash. Brian Rocchio. He's not good at baseball. Not good at. But I'll be right back, everybody. We'll head to the top of the 8th. All right, it'll be a payoff to Paul Goldschmidt. Here's the pitch from Zach Kent. Swing and a miss. That'll be a second out of the inning. Good job by Kent.
Ever since the walk and loaded the bases, he's found it. A couple of strikeouts. That was 95 of the stop.
Here's the pitch to Jazz. In their first strike, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Jazz.
Inning and 2/3.
He rips it in the gap, but it's going to be a base hit. So runner on first, 2 down.
Second hit of the series. But he's reached safely today 3 times. Now Anthony Volpe, he's at the other end of the spectrum. He's 1 for 10 of the series, and he has struck out all 4 times today.
Here's Anthony Volpe at the plate. Here's the pitch. In there for a strikeout and 1.
This keeps up. They burn the torpedo bats.
Bad had nothing to do with it.
Here's the 0-1. Down low, 1-1.
It's away from Hedgie and just
It's going to be a wild pitch. So runner on second, 2 down, 2-1. Here's the pitch. Grounder.
racing in.
That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Will Wilson makes the play. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. It'll be the top of the order coming up for the Guardians. Possibly their last chance of getting it, of creating any hope to win. So. That Roki was a joke, dude.
By Lawrence of the Cleveland Guardians. Reproduced or retransmitted.
We're headed to the bottom of the 8th.
Without the express written consent of the Cleveland Guardians.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Yankees go to the bullpen. Fernando Cruz
Came over to them from Cincinnati for Jose Trevino, catcher.
New pitcher for the Yankees. That pitch is high ball, 1-0.
That's the top of the order for Cleveland here, the bottom of the 8th inning. Steven Kwan leading off 1 for 3.
Here's the pitch.
You know, with the Guardians,
1-1. It'll be a 1-1 to Stephen Kwan. Here's the pitch.
Pittsburgh 4:30 pitch outing on Sunday, so he was down both last night and
Outside 2-1.
well. And some people were wondering, what's wrong with Clase? And Stephen Vought's been asked, have you lost confidence? Is he still the guy for you? And he's steadfastly maintained, yes, Clase is still our guy. We're giving him a breather.
Good pitch by Cruz, 2-2. Down at the bottom of the zone with a fastball.
3 days in a row. But aside from all that,
Here's the pitch.
the questions about Clase and the closing role.
That's a nasty pitch. That'll be the first out of the inning. Quan strikes out.
Even the greatest closer of all time had his moments. Remember this? Mariano Rivera, the worst game of his career, came right here in Cleveland. He was handed a 7-4 lead in the ninth inning, and he gave up a walk in 5 hits and a walk-off grand slam.
Coming up to the plate will be Gabriel Arias. Another nasty pitch, 0-1.
The other thing too about that was the year after they had gone to the World Series.
Grounder. It's going to be the second out of the inning. Just a poor offensive day for the Guardians. It'll be Jose Ramirez coming up to hit.
Week later with a shoulder injury after that game here in Cleveland. Only pitched 45 games that whole season. It may have been just all the workload that he had. I mean, he was the guy in all those postseason series.
Even look at his career in postseason, 0.7 ERA in 96 games. How about that? 42 saves.
But even if 2002 was the blip on the radar, he came right back. And over the next 3 seasons, saved 136 games with 166 ERA.
Here's the 0-1 to Ramirez. Down low.
Moments, maybe had a year where it wasn't quite as good as what you would come to expect. So I say all this to say that with Clase, it's still able for one thing. There's still a lot of baseball to be played. Nobody in this organization has lost any confidence. Even as the close.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Whatsoever outside of control. I mean, if he starts getting the pitches and throw them where he wants them, he'll be just fine.
The 1-2.
And he struck him out. That was light work. Trash. Today's been trash for the Guardians. Yep. Not good. For the Cleveland Indians.
$50 raffle is taking place, and one lucky winner will take home half the prize. The other half will benefit Cleveland Guardians Charities. Raffle will run through May 1st. So get your tickets at CLOcovers.com.
It's fouled off by Wells. Kent still pitching. It'll be an 0-1 from Zach Kent to Austin Wells.
Pitched the seventh and the eighth. One run. Struck out 3. Austin Wells. Not in the only run that Kent has allowed. And he smoked and dumped the other way over the head of Stephen Vaughn in the 7th inning. Pops this one up. Third base. Will Wilson racing in.
Will Wilson cannot make the play. Good try.
It's funny because the pitcher Kent was looking at him and it looked like he wanted to go after and try and catch it because I think he saw it better. He had to come in. He was playing back. It goes off his glove.
Inside 1-2.
It's going to go foul. And it's hitting high.
And a foul ball. 1-2 will continue to be the count. Foul ball.
It's a little lower. That one was not high. That one was hit on a line and he hooked it a little bit. At distance.
See, this one's playing. Wow.
The pop up, Santana under it. He's got it. First out of the inning. Wells retired.
Our football box score. Well, the Yankees out of the gate fast today. Leadoff walk and RBI triple by Aaron Judge. 2 batters later, Paul Goldschmidt did an RBI double. They tacked on 2 more in the second. Luis Ortiz pitched into the 5th. He struck out 8. He didn't allow any runs after that second inning.
Down low, 1-0.
Just pitched like Carlos Rodon always does against Cleveland. And shut them down for 7 innings, giving up 1 unearned run.
4 hits. It's good. Again.
Foul ball, 1-1.
You go back to that first inning. Arias doubled, and then Jose hit a screamer center field. And Bellinger came in. He was going to put it on hop. And Theodore clearly was going to hold the third base. Arias skimmed past him. Arias literally just going to walk over. So it was the right scoring decision. If you're a little there, you can't get it over. Right. That's their husband.
No, he wasn't. He was stopping.
And there's another foul ball, 2-2.
Chance to sweep the Yankees, something they hadn't done at home since 1970. Yeah. They swept the series in New York back in 2017. But you would think
Outside 3-2.
Sweep the Yankees in New York. Yeah. Sweep them
A long time ago.
I mean, that predates you. That's pretty hard. That's BA. That's hard.
Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Dominguez down swinging. That'll be the second out of the inning.
this is in the least games of 3. None of those 2 games count. 68 consecutive series without a sweep. Yankees do a pretty good job of that. Throwing that board 3 times. Yeah.
Outside 1-0.
More strikeouts now for Zach Kidd.
It'll be a 2-0 from Kent to Cabrera. It's a foul, not a foul ball, but it's a pop-up. Arias under it. He'll make the play for the third out of the inning. Whether the bottom of the ninth, this will be the Guardians' last chance. Reese Olsen. Yeah, he did. He's a good pitcher for the Tigers. So for the Guardians, it'll be I think Santana, Wilson, and Martinez. Yeah, they have a good team. They got a lot of depth. Something the Guardians kind of lack in. So. Yep, it's true. He will drive me crazy. I won't be happy. You're gonna have to help me out, Karam. There might be a podcast tonight, but like later tonight, we'll see. Like maybe after the Cavs game or close to the end of the game, like 9:30 or so, or 10.
Carlos Rodon was really good today. Well, he started out throwing a lot of off-speed pitches at the start of the game, but he started to lock it in and got a better feel for it. I mean, that's the breaking ball, that back front slide of the right-handers. It's so tough. They don't get hits. He gets ahead of you, and you get him to swing at it. He only gave up 4 hits, walked 2, and he had some runs early, so he had time to just sit out there and do his thing, and he did just that again today for 7 innings. And a good job. So he's been locked in now. He's looking to even his record out at 3.
Well, May 22nd we play. I think that's the date. Here's Luke Weaver pitching. He's terrific. Here's the pitch from Weaver to Santana.
You know what? Well,
and a timeout.
Mariano Rivera Clase. So we're talking about just how guys don't always not always perfect, and they are machines. In 1999, I looked this up. This was Rivera was his 3rd year as the full-time coach. 1999. His first 38 games that year, his ERA was 3.29. It was high. The final 28 games of that same season, he had 20 saves and 30 scoreless innings. 30 scoreless innings over the last 28. So, I guess the point being is, even if Clase hasn't been as precise with his command the first month of the season, he can.
Santana hits the ball in the air, deep, right, and Judge caught it. That'll be the first out of the inning. Santana still can't get a hit because he sucks.
first pitch, just to let you know. That's 3 today. That was swinging. The other time he was the second pitch. Yeah, was it the third? It was, yeah, it was a 2-0 count. You're right.
There's Will Wilson.
Here's the pitch to Wilson. It's going to be his first major league hit for Will Wilson. Good for him. There we go. Good piece of hitting there from Wilson, the third baseman.
981. Attendance, everybody appreciating Major League debut.
Let's go.
First hit from Will Wilson.
Here's Nolan Jones at the plate, pinch hitting for Angel Martinez.
Because Nolan Jones pinch hits here for Angel Martinez. Stephen Boat said that at the end of spring training, they told Will Wilson, hey, you did great. We really appreciate the job you've done this spring, the way you've swung the bat. Hey, you know what? Go to AAA, have some fun, just stay ready.
Outside 1-0.
That's what he did. He went down and hit over 300 in AAA. He homered in 3 of his last 4 games.
And he got himself a nice fastball there to get his first major league hit.
Gets an opportunity, and
Congratulations.
Outside 2-0.
2-0. Nolan Jones.
Here's the pitch. That is flied into center. I think he got under that one too. Yeah. 2 down.
2 down. So with 2 down, Daniel Schneemann.
Guardians' last hope will be Daniel Schneemann.
John Kenzie Noel. Day off tomorrow. Guardians back to work, weather permitting, on Friday as they open up a series against the Boston Red Sox with Ben Lively scheduled to go for Cleveland. We'll be back with you Saturday when Logan Allen goes against the Red Sox. Friday's game can be seen, for those of you, programming reminders, Apple TV on Friday night. Luke Weaver getting some counsel from catcher Austin Wells as he gets ready to face Daniel Schneemann. Aaron Boone up 4, taking no chances. He's got a right-hander hitting ace. I think that's the closer. Devin Williams. They're not holding Wilson. He's going to take off.
Here's the pitch. Will Wilson will take second base.
Usually when they don't hold a guy,
It's, yeah, he let him go.
they'll take off. That one is of no consequence for Cleveland.
Absolutely.
Need some base runners.
Never mind, he did not steal, but who cares?
Now he takes off. Up high 2-0. Wilson removes the force at second.
It'll be a 2-0 to
Consecutive
Schneemann.
hitter would be Kyle Manzardo if Schneemann reaches to keep the game alive. It's 2-0.
Upstairs 3-0.
He may not be around to face Kyle Manzardo if he walks Daniel Schneemann.
In there for a strike, 3-1.
3-1. Yankees are headed home to take on Toronto. They've got an update tomorrow as well. Manzo hoping to Get an opportunity to keep this thing rolling. 3-1 count.
Swing and a miss, 3-2.
Center cut. Full count.
It'll be a payoff to Schneemann. Here's the payoff to Schneemann. He swings at a pitch. Bellinger makes an unreal play. Bellinger, what a series he had outside of that one play against Ramirez. And that'll do it. The Guardians lose today, 5-1 to the Yankees. The Guardians just couldn't hit the baseball today. The Yankees had a really good first and second inning, and that's all they needed. Guardians just didn't have it offensively today. Problem with the Guardians today, they just couldn't hit the ball hard. Couldn't square up anything. So it's final. Yankees win 5-1. Guardians do win the series, so that's encouraging. The Tigers, I think, just won a series against the Padres. So, yeah, Tigers are going to be really fucking good this year. I think that's not really surprising. They have, like, some of the, top 5 depth in all of baseball. So that's kind of what they got going for them. And, yeah. So the Guardians lose. It's all right. But we won't be streaming for a minute, like I said, until they lose. Because I think it's kind of clear that streaming has been bad luck lately. So we're going to cut out the streaming the games. Sorry, I know you guys love – some people like to watch the streams, but it's like, dude, it's killing the team. But I appreciate everyone being here. Sports Expert here. Yankees win. GG to the Yankees fans. I'm out, guys. Peace.